amazing to me how, as I said earlier, all these years I was taught that that wasn't the case. That Allah, as you said it, was some other entity, was some other God. And I now know that Allah is God. Allah is simply the word God in Arabic.
That's right. It's just another word.
It's just like saying hola, hello. It has the same meaning.
Exactly, you put it in the right way.
It's just in a different language.
Each language, it has its own pronunciation and on own specific word to identify everything. If you say tree in Arabic, you will not say the same in English, and the same for everything else. So that's what it is.
Gentlemen, if I can, being men of the Muslim religion, how do you all feel about the September 11th attacks?
Well, to understand our position, you have to understand Islam. True Muslim prescribe to the Quran and the teaching of Allah, the God. Now, in Islam, the life is sacred. God only one. He give a life and take it away. And to interfere with that, you interfere with the power of God, and you commit a major sin. So the life is very sacred, very respected. And to kill the innocent, we have a chapter in the Quran tell to kill the innocent one person. You commit a crime against humanity. So we consider that a crime against everyone, every human. September 11 is a tragedy for the Muslim, for the Christian, for every decent person believe in life, believe in the value of life. Muslim protest that from the beginning. The majority of us, we raise our voice. We were ashamed to say, all right, these people, they claim themselves they are Muslim, but also they kill Muslim in the tower. A lot of Muslim working in New York, and they are perish with the rest of their colleagues. So when the crime committed, it committed against all the people, innocent people at that building, regardless where their religion. So a representation existed for the Muslim among them. So in general, I summarize it. Your feeling and mine is the same.
Well, in the beginning, some of the basic questions that you raised, that who were those people that they did it? And I really don't know who these people are, like you don't know. Maybe the authorities, the CIA, the government may be knowing more than all of us who they are. But whoever they were, calling themselves Muslims or not, they did not do good to neither the religion of Islam, nor to the Muslim, nor to the humanity. And we really don't know that what good that brought to anybody, and especially the harms that we are all suffering, and the Muslims are part of that. But even more than that, the Muslims are suffering because they have been put on the spot like that. The other thing that you just mentioned, that the word Allah and is the same as God, I found that a very interesting example of that when I looked at the Bible in Arabic. You know, there are a lot of Christians in Lebanon and other in the Middle East, and they have their Bible in their language, Arabic. I looked at the first page, book of Genesis. About the word was Allah, and in the whole page, the word Allah was repeated 19 times. And that is what is basically is the difference of the language. And we need to understand, all those my brothers and sisters that they are listening to us, that Islam is not a different religion than Christianity and Judaism. These three religions have same roots, and we are cousins. Why? Because Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was from the line of Prophet Abraham through his son Ishmael, while Moses and Jesus were from the line of Prophet Abraham through his son Isaac. So we are cousins. And in the Quran, if you will go into detail, you will find out that all the prophets of the Bible have been mentioned in the Quran. And you will be surprised to know that we are not Muslims. Our faith is not complete if we do not believe in Abraham and Isaac and Jacob and Joseph and David and Solomon and Moses and Jesus. And besides the Christians, we are the only religion in the world that believing in Jesus is a part of our faith. And if a Muslim denies Jesus or his birth, his miraculous birth without father, he is not a Muslim. And if you will look into the Quran, you will find out that the chapter 19 is all of it devoted to the mother of the Jesus, Mary, because its title is the Mary. The details of the miraculous birth of Jesus that has been described in the Quran is not even described in the Gospels. There are more details there. And the Mary has been declared in the Quran as the best women of this universe. And this is how, and then as Jesus says in the Gospels that I came to complete or to implement the laws of Moses that he brought. Similarly, Prophet Muhammad came to complete the laws that were brought by Moses and Jesus. And if you look into the Gospels and you look into the Quran, you will not find a contradiction. And as a matter of fact, when Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was preaching Islam in the 6th century, Jesus was not there, but Jesus, the followers of the Jesus, the Christians were there. And in the life of Prophet Muhammad, there had been 11 interactions with the Christians as a prophet, not before the prophet, as a prophet. And this includes all kind of people. He met Christian priests, pastors, he met Christian ordinary people, he met Christian, he came across the Christian kings and everybody. And you will be surprised to know that in all these interactions, Prophet Muhammad and Christians had a very friendly interaction. So much so that when a group of Christians from the area in Arabia, which is called Najran, which is close to Yemen, visited Prophet Muhammad in Medina, he let them stay in his mosque and he let them pray in his mosque. And then in the media and the Hollywood and the TV, you would always find that they are making this false propaganda that Muslims religions tell them that they should kill the Christians and the Jews. Well, do you know that we Muslims are allowed to intermarry only with the Christian women or the Jewish women? We are not allowed to marry with the women of any other religion besides these.
Besides
Christians and the Jews.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
At all.
And there are so many examples here in United States that the Muslims from different backgrounds and cultures, their wives are Christians or they are Jews. As a matter of fact, today we had a marriage in which the bride was a Christian.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was happened in our mosque. And
But the bride was a Christian and
Right.
the groom was
By
a...
the way, and even the bride or the wife, if she want to go to the church on Sunday morning and she cannot drive, the Muslim husband obligated to give her ride to the church. So we respect our spouse faith. So we are by no mean we are in conflict with the Christianity. The issue in here, what you see it as the brother said, in Hollywood and the TV, they trying to drum on the beat the war or a conflict is for political reason, we believe. And the issue is no more than misunderstanding, lack of education. And I think if the people educate themselves in what Islam is, what Christianity is, and compare and contrast, they will find there is much similarity and very little differences. And in any family, you will find differences. Yes, we have a major differences existed between Christianity and Islam about the identity of God and whether God has son or not, and what the identity of the Jesus, whether he's the God or son of God or prophet. We believe he's a prophet, and that what the Quran taught us, and we respect him as it is, as like the brother said.
And you know, for everyone out there, I actually had the opportunity of just hours within the beginning of creating this show. I actually had a chance to open up the Quran, put my hands on the Quran, and read it and discover what was inside of this book. What was this book all about? You all, I read the first page, just the first page, and I must say, I was truly inspired. I'm going to tell you all what was in that first page, just the first page, okay? Listen to this. In the name of Allah, Allah meaning God, in the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful, all praise belongs to God, Lord of the universe. The beneficial, the merciful, and master of the day of judgment. You alone we do worship, and from you alone we do seek assistance. Guide us to the right path, the path of those to whom you have granted blessings, those who are neither subject to your anger nor have gone astray. That's just in the first page, you guys. Just in that first page. That made me want to keep reading. That was awesome. It was inspiring. It was jaw-dropping. I said to myself, so this is the book that people have been talking about burning. This is the book that people have said is this hand guide or this handbook to evil. This is the book that people have said teaches people how to do hurtful things to others. That's not the impression I got when I picked it up and I read it. It was probably one of the most amazing things I'd ever put my hand on.
I think we sit in a university setting, and we are all trying to educate, and intellectual analysis to the book of the Quran will lead us to understand the truth. And that is what's lacking. Most of our students, whether in this university or nationwide, maybe they don't have the opportunity to study this book and make a judgment. We are not here trying to convert anybody. Are we trying to sell
No,
ourselves.
at all, at all.
What we're trying to do, educate.
Mhm.
Can we talk? That is a famous word. Can we talk?
Can we talk?
That's right.
Let's
Can
sit
we
down and have a.
exchange information?
Yes.
Can I educate you about my religion and educate me about yours, so we could see what the difference?
Mhm.
If we start talking, if we start reading, all of this myth will be dissolved. As you